Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news China may be getting ready to launch a new infrastructure spending boom. But first, the latest update on US consumer price inflation shows levels unchanged at 2.4% in November, held back by a sharp decline in the price of petrol. But underlying inflation pressures remain firm, and rising rents and healthcare costs are a feature. This will underpin the next US Fed rate rise next week. In China, company default risk has climbed to its highest level in 13 years as Beijing seeks to rein in its post-crisis construction boom. That's according to Moody's Analytics. But perhaps that boom is about to get new impetus. In the past 10 years, China has built 234 new airports, but it is just not enough for their exploding demand for air travel. Now their aviation regulator is planning to raise that to 450 in the next 15 years in what will be a large new infrastructure spending program. For perspective, the US currently has 503 airports that serve commercial airlines. New Zealand has 21. The EU and Japan has launched the world's largest free trade zone and will open in February next year after their economic partnership cleared its final hurdle overnight in the EU Parliament. Equity markets are stronger today just about everywhere. It started in Tokyo yesterday with their index up 2.2%. Hong Kong was up 1.6%, although Shanghai didn't get the bug, rising just 0.3%. But overnight, in Europe, most markets gained close to 2%, partly on the relief that the Italians aren't about to do anything silly in their budget deficit. And today, Wall Street is up 1.6%. Today's newfound optimism by US investors is reflected in a survey of business managers. Although businesses are less optimistic about the outlook for the coming year than they were 12 months ago, many still expect sales, hiring and investment to rise in 2019. And the US Treasury 10-year yield will start today much firmer at 2.91% as the prospect of the December US Fed hike beds in. Easing trade tensions are helping too. And their 210 curve has risen back to just over 13 basis points. The Aussie government 10-year is at 2.46%, the Chinese government 10-year is at 3.30%, and the New Zealand government 10-year is at 2.51%, and that's up 3 basis points. Gold is little changed at $1,245 an ounce. US oil prices are marginally firmer today at just over $52 a barrel. The Brent benchmark is now just under $61 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is starting today a lot softer all round at 68.5 US cents. On the cross rates, we're also softer at 94.9 Aussie cents and 60.3 Euro cents. That puts the TWI down to 73.2, and that's a 2-week low. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.